high school romance anime. You've probably seen a dozen, if not hundreds of them. They're all kind of the same, right? A clumsy protagonist, a love confession that takes 24 episodes to get anywhere, and maybe, just maybe, you get a kiss at the end. But then comes Horimiya. And instead of dragging its feet across 12 episodes of misunderstanding and blushes, it decided to do something bold. Get the romance part out of the way almost immediately. Which leaves us asking, if the couple's together early on, what's the show really about? Well, that's what I want to dig into today. Because Horimiya isn't just another rom-com. It's a story about identity, vulnerability, and what's it actually mean to connect with someone. First, some quick background. Horimiya is short for Horisanto Miyamura-kun, a manga originally written by Hiro back in 2007, I think, as a webcomic. It was later redrawn by Daisuke Hagiwara, and the anime adaptation came in 2021 by Cloverwork. I think Cloverwork should have a tagline that says like nothing but the best, like because they keep pumping out banger after banger, man. The manga itself is fairly long. I think it's about 150 something chapters, also counting the extra chapters. But the anime adaptation compressed a lot of that into like 13 episodes. Well, 26 counting the second season. Now, the anime feels very tight, very fast paced, It somehow missed a lot of side story. Now, we'll talk about whether that helps or hurt later on. Now, let's talk about what makes Horimiya different. For me, it's all in the hook of it. You have Hori, the popular and friendly girl at school who everyone likes. And then you have Miyamura, the quiet, gloomy background character no one really pays attention to. A classic setup, right? Especially with the girl and loner epidemic we have right now. But when Hori discovers Miyamura outside school, he's completely different. Piercings, tattoos, long hair. Basically like the glow up of the century. The reveal isn't just for shock value though. It sets up the theme of the story. People wear masks. The way we present ourselves at school, at home, with friends, it's never quite the same. And sometimes it takes one person noticing to let us be, ourselves. That's where Hori and Miyamura's relationship really begins. Talking about be ourselves, I wanna shout out my homeboy. You're the greatest. You're like a brother to me. Stay safe, man. The real strength of Horimiya isn't just the, romance between Hori and Miyamura. It's the cast of all. Hori is interesting because she looks like the perfect high school girl. But at home, she's basically a mom. She's cooking, cleaning, raising her little brother. She's complex. She's not just like the perfect girl, the dream girl. She's someone who snaps, gets angry, gets jealous, gets insecure. Miyamura, on the other hand, is where the show really shines for me. He starts as this quiet loner, but his tattoos and piercing aren't just an aesthetic. They're a runaway, they're a coping mechanism. He's someone who grew up isolated, labeled a weirdo, and pushed to the sidelines, right? His entire arc is about learning that he can be loved, that people do want him around, And honestly, he's one of the most relatable male leads in any rom-com. Because of Horimiya and specifically Miyamura, because of him, I started changing how I looks. Like, I started wearing piercings. I fucking dyed my hair, man. Back to the cast of the story. Besides these two main, you have of course the side character. You have Toru, the nice guy who doesn't get Hori, but doesn't turn into a bad guy. We have Yuki, the friend caught in the middle of this love triangle, but later on gets her own beautiful arc for me. And then there's the other, like Sengoku, Remi, Sakura, Yura, and who's the blind guy? Yanagi. Yeah, basically every single one of those names gets at least like 2 or 3 moments to shine. And that's the magic there. Instead of just focusing on the will they, won't they, Horimiya is about how everyone has a hidden side, whether it's jealousy, insecurity, or the pressure to fit in. The anime gives space for each character to reveal themselves. Except for Yanagi, I think I don't remember anything. I don't remember reading any Yanagi character development. Man, he's just there. He's blind and he's awkward. That don't get improved anything. At its core, Horimiya is about vulnerability. The romance doesn't drag out because that's not the point. The point is what happened after you confess. Can you still love someone when you see their flaws? Can you open up about the thing you've been hiding? The mask people wear is a recurring theme. Like Miyamura hides behind his gloomy school persona. Both Hori and Yuki hides behind their smile. And even the side character pretend they're fine when they're not. Again, except for Yanagi. This is not a drill on Yanagi. I like him. It's just that there's not much character development for me to read. Back to the topic though. Horimiya tells us love isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about finding someone you can be imperfect with. God, I just wrote that. That is such a banger line. And for a high school romance, that's surprisingly mature. It feels less like a fantasy and more like a reflection of real relationship. It's messy, awkward, but ultimately worth it. Now, of course, Horimiya isn't flawless, Nothing in this world is flawless. The biggest critique is pacing, by trying to cover so much of the material in just like 13 episodes. Some arcs, some developments feel rushed. Side stories that give more depth to the characters were cut. Which means if you only watch the anime, you might feel like things move, too smoothly. There's also the tone whiplash for me. Like 1 minute it's like deep emotional character drama. The next it's slapstick comedy. For some people that's charming. For others it breaks immersion. That said, none of these flaws ruin the experience. They just hold it back from being perfect. So is Horimiya worth watching? Absolutely. If you're tired of slow burn romance where the character spends 12 episodes avoiding eye contact, Horimiya is refreshing. It's fast, it's heartfelt, and it actually feels like it respects your time. More than that, It's a story that reminds us everyone has hidden sides. The quiet loner might be more interesting than you think. That perfect girl might be struggling in silence. And maybe, just maybe, the person you connect with isn't the person everyone else see, but the person they let you see. Horimiya isn't just a romance. It's a reminder that love isn't about this grand confession or dramatic twist. It's about the little moments where we, let our guards down. And sometimes that's more beautiful than any confession scene. Thank you for watching me yap about this manga for I don't know how long. The script might sound weird because it feels better than all of my other video, but this one took like a month to write, maybe more or less a month. So the wording might be a bit different from the other video. Like this video if you prefer this kind of script of me talking. I don't know, comment down below if you feel like this is just the same, or if you don't like it, also comment down below. Subscribe. Next week we will be talking about hold on, let me check my script folder first. Next week we will be talking about the Yakuza series. That's all from me. Bye bye.